What is up, everybody? Tom, can you hear me all right?
I can. I'm looking at this almost like a red orb, like I'm walking into space or something.
Yeah, that's Christopher's signature background.
Nice, nice.
Everybody, Christopher is safe. Tom is safe. Tom is in Miami. Christopher's in Orlando. He is safe, but he is without internet. He is Amish styling it for the next couple of days. Hopefully, he gets that back soon. But in the meantime, Tom and I are going to talk Amazon, but we're also going to talk credit cards. If you weren't able to make it to the webinar yesterday, the replay is literally uploading in a browser on my screen right now. Should be ready here in about an hour. But Tom is a 7-figure plus Amazon seller. He has 7 different private label brands. So we can definitely talk about anything and everything you want. If you don't have credit card specific questions, and also if you're watching this on Chris's YouTube, that he gave me access to that, so I am taking over his channel here today. So if you guys don't know me, I'm Nate McCallister. This is Tom Mays, and we are taking over today in Chris's absence. Leave a comment for me if you would, so I can see if you guys are actually able to see this. I know we were live across a bunch of different places. Hey, Gina. All right, perfect. I can see Gina from YouTube. I know I can see the comments from YouTube. I'm not positive if I can see them from everybody. Hey, Vera. Sweet. Good morning, Denise. Tom, I think the webinar yesterday went really, really well. All the ratings at the end, they do a little poll at the end. There was all 5 stars. So that's awesome.
Oh wow.
Besides my audio being too loud, I think everything else went really well. Debbie, what's up, Debbie? Debbie is one of the OGs of our group. She is a hustler.
So I am streaming from home because of Hurricane Milton. So
yeah. It sounds like I haven't really gotten a big picture on how bad it was. I guess it might take a while for us to really get the full scope of it. But everybody I've talked to is safe, which is good. I had one friend in Tampa who didn't evacuate, and they're safe. She said she wasn't in an evacuation zone, but I don't know if I kind of thought it was everybody in Tampa. But she is safe, so that's good. Paris says, great session yesterday. Awesome. Yeah, that was fun. It's fun to talk about the aspect of stuff that I think sometimes we get really caught up in the hustle and bustle, emphasis on the hustle of internet business, that we forget, like, what are we doing this for? At what point do we enjoy it? And getting these crazy amounts of points and miles that basically force you to go out and enjoy your life. I think it's the best expense you can make is on travel, and I just never regret it. And especially when you're paying for it with points that you did little to get. Vera says, I saw a post about sales tax refunds. How does that work? Yeah, so I have partnered with my good friend Casey Stewart, and we have a new service that currently is available in about 12 states. It's called refundsalestax.com. You can go check it out and see if your state is one of the states that's covered. But it is such a cool service. So many people have no idea that they're entitled to get back the money that they paid in sales tax. So even for online arbitrage purchases, if you were paying sales tax, you can get that money back. It's a big, long process. So we created a service. We have a bunch of systems in place that make it so that we can do it at scale. We charge a percentage of it, and then just like a very tiny payment up front, just to make sure that we're handling with real people. We get a card on file, and then we don't get paid until you get your check. We get everything submitted really quickly, but then we have to wait for the states. Check out that website if you're interested, and you can see what states we cover, and also the statute of limitations. So you would actually, every state, I think all of them have a statute of limitations that's beyond 1 year. So some of y'all could be getting back crazy amounts of money. We don't cover New York yet, unfortunately. We do cover New Jersey. If you're interested, yeah, I'll post refundsalestax.com. I posted it under Chris's name here. It's service. I'm behind it. It's me and one other person, and then we have only U.S. based employees. His name's Casey Stewart. He is a brilliant guy. Very, very trustworthy. I wouldn't ever work with somebody I didn't trust entirely, because my name is attached directly to theirs. So he's a great guy. We definitely do Texas. Texas is actually where it all started. Casey is located in Texas, and he did the process. And it was kind of like ungatings, where I did it like in 2014. I was like, man, that was a pain in the butt. But now that I know how to do it, I could see other people paying for it, because once you do something one time, that's where all the learning and difficulty comes from. And then once you've done it, it's pretty easy. So all that you have to do is give us the sales tax or the receipts. We kind of make it, we don't want the tiny ones, like a $10 purchase, and you don't have to have 100% of them. We will work with what you have. And you can get back pretty much, I don't want to make promises, but you can, if the receipts are legitimate, you can basically get all that sales tax back. And it's all completely above board. This is completely legal. We do operate with a power of attorney, so you give us permission to work on your behalf. As by state, doesn't matter where you formed your business. So it's where you're paying state sales, or it's where your business is located right now. So if you, like for me, I'm in Ohio, I would have to do Ohio. If I'm doing, and you could talk to Casey, he might be able to look into if your business is in Florida and you're living in New York. That part I'm not totally positive up. Chance says, sign me the hell up. Yeah, let's go. Check it out, refundsalestax.com. You can message me with any specific questions. It is going to be such an awesome service. And we're finally at the point where we're able to do it at scale, and take on as many clients as want to do it. Also, if you're doing I told Casey, I was like, what kind of stinks, but is also like the best market for this is anyone who's dealing with like a Section 3 suspension, because this stinks, but you could spend that time gathering these receipts and invoices. And most of y'all probably do a good job of bookkeeping anyway and having that. But if you're suspended, holy crap, what an amazing way to spend your time collecting those invoices. And some of the states, let me go through here real quick. Some of the states go back really, really far. You can see how long it takes. It takes between like 3 and 9 months for all of them. North Carolina can take a little bit longer. It's all within a year. It's not instant, unfortunately, because we are at the, we're waiting on them. We get it done very quickly, but then we have to wait for them to approve. But some states like Missouri goes back 10 years. So if you've been selling on Amazon for 10 years, holy crap, and you have those receipts, look out. Everything else is at least 3. Ohio is 4, 3.5 to Minnesota. I don't know what the hell half of a year is, but this is the data Casey gave me. 5 years in Washington, North Carolina, Michigan, Texas, Florida. Check it out, guys. It's there. This isn't intended to be a huge sales pitch, but since you asked, it's a very cool service for our RA, OA wholesale folks. New Jersey, absolutely. We cover New Jersey. We are working on getting all of the states that people have requested. We've had like 5 states that we don't cover that people have requested, and we're trying to get those. We don't do them if it's not above board. So like Wisconsin, we're having some issues with a couple of different areas that have different rules about it, not allowing power of attorney and stuff like that. Hope everyone is well today. Me too, man. I really hope that everybody got out that needed to. Pretty just crazy situation. It's crazy. Hopefully this is our last big hurricane for a long time. So Tom, what do you guys, how many of y'all, let me know in the comments, were you at the webinar yesterday? If not, I am making the replay. I said you had to register. That was a little white lie. I'll make it available for everybody. Um, but it was really good. I think Tom really nailed it. He's just really good at explaining concepts that other people don't really think about. Yeah, I always tell people that like you don't know what you don't until you have to articulate what your thoughts are and what you think you don't really know how well you know the topic. When you have to actually answer questions, you're like, oh crap, I didn't actually know entirely what I was talking about. Tom's kind of at the point where he knows exactly what he's talking about. And it's just a awesome resource for us. So if you guys, I see some of y'all that are already in the challenge. If you're interested, the challenge is open now. oachallenge.com/CC challenge. I'll put a link down there. There is an early bird discount. And also anyone who joins, we know it's Q4. This is going to be a small group, most likely, just because everybody's busy with Q4. Totally get that. If you probably are. If you don't have the time to do it, number one, there's replays. Number two, you will get access to the next live, which we will absolutely be doing in 2025. Just fair warning, that one's going to be loaded with a bunch of just regular folks that have never heard of Amazon selling. You will get the instant access to the worksheets and homeworks. And also we're going to be doing a really cool contest where we're going to kind of help people get that first dream vacation. Really fun. Don't want to spoil that until we start. And then also, like I said, you can come and go during the lives. You can watch the replays. You'll have those for life. And you'll also get access to Tom's school community. So a lot of people were like, well, credit cards are so specific and timely. Like there's certain situations where you're like, I have a question. Should I transfer my Emirates points to blah, 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 blah. Very specific. And Tom has a group and you will get access to that group. It's in school, which is the only way to do a group these days, by the way. And he will be there to answer specific questions. And you can really get that only right now through the credit card challenge. So super excited about that. Again, I'm just in here pitching all this stuff. Did not mean to. What are your questions for Tom? Or Tom is a wealth of info on private label. 7 private label brands, all crushing it. I know you're mostly arbitrage sellers, but if you have questions about private label, he's the guy for that. He's not an arbitrage guy. What do you got?
This is not my book, by the way. This is
I was gonna say, you didn't tell me you wrote a book.
I didn't write a book. So this is actually a catalog for what's called the Private Label Trade Show, which is in Chicago. I highly recommend, if you want to get into private label, to go to this show. It's amazing, right? So this is all private label people, and this is all private label manufacturers in the US. So if you're looking to get into food or consumables, man, this is the trade show that you want to go to. I'm going to go to it. I've always been to this trade show. I can probably walk down one aisle, like 100 yards, and I can come up with like 4 PL brands just doing that alone. So it's an amazing show, and it's here in the US. And I just hate getting my butt kicked by China now. So to me, sourcing from like the US is like incredible.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Chinese people are competitive, man. They keep us on our toes. They make us better. We got I'm going to be there. If you guys are going to be there, let me know in the comments. We will definitely. Also, if you're in the FBA Today school group, first of all, if you're not, what are you doing? You're missing out, or as Reezy Resells would say, you're slipping. Go join that. We did do I bought a new tool that lets us put all the locations of like where, if you want, of course, I know a lot of people don't want people to know where they are. It's not like your literal address, but just shows your city so we can see where everybody is. And I think it would be really cool if some of y'all kind of did meetups. That's actually how I first met Chris. He did a local meetup back in Ohio. And look at us now. Look at us now. So many years later.
That map thing is really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Okay. As a matter of fact, I've done it so many times that I actually see people that live in Miami, which is where I live, and I'm now reaching out to them because they have an interest in the same schools that I'm part of.
Right.
Cool, right. So you may just by putting where you live in that map in school, you may find other people that you can actually, like, I don't know, have a similar conversation with and share the same kind of like ideas and brainstorm stuff. So I think it's really cool to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Tom was the one that showed me that. I'll give credit to Tom. I'm going to share a link. Share a link to FBA Today. That is our free group. 99% of the people that apply are spammers for some reason. School is notorious for people just trying to spam. So please put that you heard about this through this webinar or through this live, or just let me know that you're a real person. Because if you just put browsing, it'll be declined. So show me that you're a real person. Just say, saw you on YouTube. That'll be fine. Jan says, since you're pitching stuff, can you tell us a bit about the TikTok affiliate program? So TikTok affiliate program is, I have a love-hate relationship with it. And Tom does 10 grand a month in the Amazon influencer program. I know your sales are probably below that recently. Might have been crushed.
Yeah, they got whacked a little bit by about 35%,
yeah.
but the creator connections kind of like made up for it. And also the resell component has been like,
well, let's talk about that for sure. I actually told people we were going to talk about that anyway. But Jan, yeah, so TikTok affiliate, I actually, I make more money right now, just in full disclosure, promoting a tool called Calidata. They pay me a decent amount every month it's just a tool that lets people analyze TikTok affiliates and see what's working and what's not. And it's really cool. And there's some outliers that are absolutely crushing it. I recommend doing the Amazon influencer and TikTok shop. If you're on TikTok though, and you have a brand, like an actual brand, I know TikTok's not super serious, but if you're on there for something, like if you have an audience, I think it's tacky to then just randomly start shelling random products. So be careful. I don't think many of the people in here are really big on TikTok. But I know some people that have legitimate brands, and I don't think it's worth it if you have a legitimate brand and you're not just there to sell stuff. But if you want to go in there as just a stream of affiliate marketing, absolutely huge opportunity. If you go viral, you can make 5 figures on one product. There's a couple of people that I've seen. Courtney, how do you find time to do all these things? If they go viral, you can make so much. But then also the hack that I'm seeing is the smart people, they find out what a view is worth. So like what their earnings per view is. So like they see how many sales they made, what the commissions are. And then they're like, okay, so I did 10,000 views and I made $100. I'm making about 10 cents per viewer. I'm not doing math in public. That's rule number 1. I apologize. But if you know that you can then buy a click for 5 cents, scale that. That's what I'm seeing other people are doing. So Calidata is cool for that, because they actually show what percentage of the traffic is coming from paid ads. And a lot of people are making a ton of money, and you're like, how'd that video go viral? It's really stupid. And it's because they paid for it. But then it's like, it's stupid, but it also, like, it wouldn't have gone viral organically on its own, but since they're buying the virality, they're making the sales. And if you're on TikTok, you know how freaking annoying 99% of those videos are. So just be careful. Don't sell your soul and ruin your channel. Nate, how do you find time to do all these things? I just I leave so much money on the table because I don't like one of the biggest rules of productivity is focus, right? Do something, crush it. There's so many people who do just one thing that makes so much more money than I do, but I'm happy. Like, what I do keeps me so fulfilled. I don't think I have ADHD. I just get like manically excited about new things. I'm making enough money, more than I had ever anticipated. And I don't care if, like, I know that I'm leaving money on the table by not doubling down on certain things, right? But I have so much fun doing this other stuff. And then I write about it. And like the fact that I get paid to write about these fun little journeys I go on is so freaking cool. You make time, if time just kind of finds itself when you're like obsessed and in love with what you're doing. Jan says, how about just having a TikTok account and posting every day for a month to get into the Amazon influencer program? Yeah, that works 100% of the time. Post every day for 30 days. I have yet to see someone not get approved for the Amazon influencer program. Doing that, absolutely go for it. Just be careful. Like right now, it's not as easy It's not as easy to do as it was when we first started. So, Tom, you have a question?
No, I just want to tell you guys that from a brand side of a private label launch, let me share with you a strategy that I'm using, right? So, for example, I can launch a new brand and a new product of my own on TikTok Shops. And what I want to do is I want to offer a 50% commission to those people that are affiliates in TikTok. So I'm actually reaching out to them and saying, hey, listen, I'll give you a 50% commission off of the sale price of my $25 item, right? So they're like chomping at the bit to make $12.50. They want to make 50%. What I'm seeing is a 30% lift on the Amazon side. Because what happens, and TikTok's not there yet, they don't have 2-day shipping like Prime. So what's happening, I'm seeing a 30% lift on the Amazon side just because people don't have the patience to wait for TikTok to deliver that product or for me to deliver that product to them in 5 to 7 days. So I'm seeing a lift on the Amazon side. So for me, I'm happy to give away a 50% commission to get that 30% lift on Amazon. It saves me on the PPC cost on launching a product on Amazon. So I'm just sharing that with you from actually both perspectives, right? Being an affiliate, on TikTok and being, an influencer on TikTok, but also from a brand side as well. So look at that.
Tom, talk about what you're doing with the creator connections and the reselling add-on that you've added. So we talked about this like a week or two ago. I said I've got a buddy who's doing Amazon influencer, but he's doing something that's so in line with what you arbitragers do.
Nate,
and it's just really.
Can you pull up my website? So
yeah,
mazellifestyle.com.
Yep.
So this will kind of like maybe help you guys understand what I'm trying to do at the same time. So as Amazon influencer commissions have come down now, and that's traditional for them, right? It's to kind of like game the system, do something different. I still believe that in the holiday time, we're going to do something different. So my wife and I, the influencers that we actually are sending out our own webpage. So we created this website and we're basically showing other brands like, hey, listen, this is where we're going to film your product. So we have a house, we have our living room, our pool table, whatever. So we're trying to be a little bit agnostic in terms of like being able to say, listen, this is where your product will be filmed, even our doggies. So if we're doing a dog product, etc. So I'm reaching out to creator connections, which I would encourage you all to do, even though they say we're not giving away free products, right? So we have about 1,750 videos up, which is nuts, right? And we're just doing this stuff all the time, but now we're being more selective. So what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to brands and specifically on Alibaba, I'm reaching out to, I want to find trading companies. I don't want to find brands. I want to get access to trading companies. And what they're doing is they're now sending me patio furniture. They're sending me pool robots that are like, $1,200, $800. And I'm reviewing those products. And sometimes they don't even want the Amazon influencer review. What they want is they just want like content that they can put up on, I don't know, their social media page and have an American speaking English and broadcasting their products. So what I'm finding is there's a huge opening to just getting the product and reselling it. So as influencer commissions are coming down because it's getting like there's more on the carousel on top. Instead of being 5, there's now 10 on top, 10 on the bottom. So it's a very competitive space and our commissions are coming down. What I'm looking at is the resell opportunity for the products that you get. So I recently got from Aper. It's a vacuum cleaning company. They have a robot vacuum that cleans your pool. And so they saw my pool and, I said, hey, listen, I'll do a great job with the video. And I have to do a little cap cutting and everything else. So it's not your typical 45-second video. I did something more robust, like maybe like a 4-minute video, but it's a $1,200 vacuum. So I end up posting it on like Facebook Marketplace. And in this case, I posted on OfferUp. And I don't know, within 2 hours, I got someone who's like, he wants to buy it for $800. So I meet him at a local Home Depot or Office Max around me. I don't want people coming to my house, so I'm just going to meet them there. And I just do cash. So to get $800 off of one product that I got for free. So the resell opportunity is becoming very, very robust in my opinion. So we're getting products and we're being more selective about the products that we review. We want that higher ticket product. And to get that higher ticket product, I think you just need to be a little bit more strategic and to build a foundational kind of like, hey, listen, I'm really into, I don't know, let's say I'm into remote control airplanes or products or drones or whatever. And that's what you're going out to a drone manufacturer. So I'm
Right.
actually thinking about drilling down into like pool products, and I'm getting a lot of people sending me their pool stuff, and I'm just getting it and reselling it. So to get $800 off of a product that I reviewed, I'm going to get the Amazon influencer review, but I'm going to make $800 as well. So now we're seeing the Amazon influencer commissions be here, and I'm seeing my resell on my items start to surpass that, which is wild, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be a garage sale guy, but I mean, geez. So anyway.
I mean, that's the only way to guarantee money with the influencer videos, honestly. Like, I've posted things that have a Fluencer Fruit score in the 90s, makes a buck or two, right? And they'll have some things that just randomly do really well. But if you were to make 50% of the retail value of every product you sold, that would be crazy. I mean, you have what, 1,700 influencer videos?
1,748, I believe.
Jeez. Kyle says brand deals are a money glitch. I do $75 to $100 per month. It's great additional income when on-site is down, for sure. And also TikTok shop. That's another benefit of being a TikTok affiliate, is you get nonstop freebies. Like, I get new free things every single day. I usually decline them because I don't want to. My TikTok's kind of goofy, right? It's not, but I don't want to just shell a bunch of TikTok affiliate stuff. Like, so, I love affiliate marketing, don't get me wrong, but
so what I would encourage you all to do is like pick a category of stuff you like to review. Maybe it's like makeup, or maybe it's like drones, or maybe it's like outdoor patio furniture, and like just build a website and be able to send Chinese brands. So you don't even have to really be in the Amazon influencer program to actually do this, right? So to me, this is an incredible hack. I'm reaching out to them, and of course, dude, I get like immediate response, except for like the last 2 weeks where they were on autumn, spring vacation, holiday, whatever that was. But I get like an immediate response from them, and they're super happy to hear from me. And so I just tell them what I do, and they're like, they put me in touch with their marketing team, and I want to get access to their entire catalog to send me free stuff that I can eventually just resell, review on Amazon if they want. And I'm finding that some of these people don't even know about the Amazon influencer video review stuff, right?
Kyle said 75 to 100 brand deals. I said dollars. So it's actually more like $2 to $3 grand a month.
I would reach out and just try to find, as I always say, like, how do you eat an elephant? Like, one bite at a time. Get like one brand deal and work with that brand. Maybe it's on like furniture or those raising desks, or just be in that silo and just become that expert in that field. And then they'll just put up some content and they will send you their stuff. Right. If you have 1,748 videos that are all random things and you send them that, it may hit and resonate. But what I'm finding is that if you can be very specific. So we actually created 2 different Facebook groups. One is about outdoor living and one is about indoor living. And so we send them that component and say, we're really focused on outdoor living, if that's going to be your pool, patio, stuff like that, or stuff, smart home stuff, robots, whatever. So we're trying to like be selective. So if we're targeting, a brand that has something outdoor, we're sending them that Facebook link along with that landing page of like my maze lifestyle, whatever. Right.
And the brand deals are also paying for these a lot of the time. So it's not just a free product, it's the cash. Even before the reselling, there's no rule saying you can't just sell it. And even if there were, so a garage sale, that's your thing.
So Lisa will probably kill me for this, right? But she actually went on Fiverr and created 2 Fiverr gigs, right? So her first Fiverr is she's creating an Amazon influencer video for brands. And so far, I think she's got like almost 50 gigs in the last like month and a half. And then the second thing that we're doing is she's using promo.com. Nate, do you use that at all? Promo.com is like, instead of like stock pictures, promo.com is stock video. So you can grab a stock video. And so now she's making brand videos. And we're specifically targeting those brands, those Chinese brands. This is amazing. Like type in like lavender fields, right? And you will see, check it out. So even just lavender, right? So if you were selling lavender oil, they're going to give you, what's going on here? Anyway, they'll give you stock footage of lavender fields. Yeah, it should come up now. Give it a second. Oh, geez. Anyway, you keep on doing that. I'll keep talking. But essentially, you can put their lavender oil, put in a promo.com stock video, another infographic, more stock video, put it to music, and it's like 30 seconds long. So what we're doing is we're telling brands that we can create that brand video for them, and we can unlock that top carousel inside of their Amazon listing, which they don't have unlocked. So you've probably seen videos, or you've probably done Amazon influencer reviews, and they don't have a brand video. So you don't show up on that top carousel. You only show up on the bottom carousel. So what we're telling them is, hey, listen, we'll do a brand video for you for free. Or in this case, Lisa's doing it on Fiverr for like, $70, $100, whatever. And we're showing them that kind of elevated value, but we'll do it for free if they give us all their catalog. If they give us 3 products that are, $100 more or $200, so we can resell them, then to us, it's kind of like a lost leader. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's amazing.
So check out.
James says I make 6 to 10K a month. I tried to log. It says I have an account. I got, maybe they rebranded it something. I don't remember that name.
James, you're crushing it, dude. How many videos do you have up?
Yeah, holy crap. 6 to 10K a month with influencer program, and brand deals generate another extra 2 to 3. Woo,
Erica,
let's go.
Erica, it took me about 10 and a half months to get 1,758 videos. Or 48 videos. We've kind of slowed down now. We used to do 5 a day. So Lisa would do 5, I'd do 5, and then we do 10 each on the weekends. We get like 300 and something videos up per month. And we just kind of just started rocket launching it. That's it. We're just reviewing everything in our house that could be bought on Amazon, even though we didn't buy it on Amazon. And then we just started just rolling through it. So yeah.
Does anyone else feel like an 80-year-old just being introduced to the internet? It's crazy. I mean, it's just so many new things happen so often and so frequently. And that's, part of the reason why it seems like I do so much, because I keep kind of chasing these things. And I get to justify it because I get paid for blogging about them, and I get to do them, and it's super fun. But no, there's no reason to feel crazy. Like you haven't missed out for sure. I mean, these opportunities, maybe even if you don't do these, new ones are coming. You just always got to be ready to jump. Being very specific is the key. That's why I get. Not sure what that's what, blah, blah, blah. But this is for TikTok commission programs, or this applies for the Amazon influencer program. Can you please repeat? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so kind of almost like none of the above. You don't have to be an Amazon influencer to be an influencer and to go after brand deals. So let's get that out of the way. I mean, clearly better if you are, because then you get like multiple targets there. So Erica, if I were you, and I don't know what your passion is, maybe it's, I don't know, archery or outdoor gamesmanship or outdoors or hiking or whatever it is, or camping, etc. So I would make a Facebook page designated and just solely about reviews on camping. And I would probably game the system and spend some time getting some followers. So maybe I'd put, $50, $80 into an ad campaign and do a likes to page campaign and advertise to foreign followers. So your likes to page campaign is cheaper, and I'd get like 5,000 followers. So if I had an outdoor camping gear, etc., and I got 5,000 followers, then what I would do is I'd post stuff about camping. And so then I would reach out to brands that are into the camping gear. So let's say they're into I don't know, tents or kayaks or whatever that is. And I'd reach out to them and I'd say, hey, listen, I'm an influencer in the camping field. Send me your product. I will do content video for you to either be put on the Amazon influencer program. And if you're not selling on Amazon, then I'll give you content or review or unboxing, whatever, for your product. Then once you receive that product, you do the video review and then you resell that product. Make sense?
Yep. James says he has over 35. Wow, dude, he's even got you beat. 3,500 videos. Set goals, whether that's daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is, and crush those. Doing 10 videos a day for 90 days straight gets you 900 videos in 3 months. Stay consistent. Absolutely.
Dude, if I was unemployed and I wasn't doing anything, I would want to grow up and be like James.
James, tell me how you go about finding products. Do you just review anything and everything, or do you Do you do things like use the tools like Viral View or Influencer Fruit to choose? So I found early on was a lot of times I did videos for products that didn't have video placement. Like it was such a waste of time.
You
I'll
know,
wait for you.
Nate, what I'm doing now too is with the Chinese influencers that reach out to you with a left-handed broomstick. If they're not going to pay me a commission to review it, I'm telling them that I'm just really busy and I only want products that are at least $100 or more in terms of reselling. So Carlos, for example, I mean, he's probably doing almost $1,000 a day in reselling items. It's crazy. And he's reselling like sinks and faucets and shower, door handles and locks, and it's pretty wild. Yeah, so
Right.
reselling, I think, is going to actually eclipse what you're doing on the Amazon influencer side if you can structure it correctly, I think.
Yeah.
Chris, did you get up promo.com? Nate, did you get it up? Because I really want to show this to you. I mean, that is such a fun find, and there's no affiliate commission here, at least not yet for Nate, but I'm sure you can do that. But
I tried to log in. I tried to create an account and said I already had one, so I'm thinking it might have been something else previously that I signed up for, or I sign up for so much stuff. Awesome. You guys have any other specific questions about anything? It can be about Amazon. It can be about affiliate marketing. It can be about whatever. Last week's went off the rails. Oh, here we go. This is going to be good. I love when people come on that are doing better than we are and are willing to share what they're doing. Always review everything. Love that. No matter what it is, always review it because you never know what will make you money. If I'm buying products, I use Sortio X to narrow them down to what I want to buy.
Nate, I logged into my promo.com. How do I share my screen with you?
There should be a right bottom middle on the. It should be there's a present button.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yep, and then share screen.
Yeah, you can share the screen or the whole window.
Window. Let's see, right there. How's that?
Wait. Let me add it to the stage. There you go.
You guys seeing this?
Yes, sir.
All right. So somebody really, really smarter than me decided that they would take a drone and run it over lavender fields like this for like 2 hours. And so this is just a 6-second snippet of lavender fields, right? And so when you actually sign up for the program and you buy this is actually yours. So you get this lavender field here, or maybe it's this one. So it's a drone that just kind of like either stands still or flies over a lavender field, so you can use these and kind of bolt them together with it, right?
Nice.
And then you can put it to music, etc. So, I mean, I really like exploring their entire library, right? So you can do, let's see if I can find something that we've done, right? So if we did like 2 projects, I don't know what she's done. My account, my workspace, publish videos. Let's go to publish videos. Oh, traps. Lisa must have it in like her own. So we can do a coffee video, right? Pretty wild, right?
Yeah. I like the SpongeBob music.
So a little Hawaiian Kona coffee kind of thing.
Yeah.
You put your text here, etc. So we actually sell a ceramic coffee dripper and V-cone filters as one of our brands. So
Sick.
Right. So anyway.
Nice.
Sorry about that. So I just thought that was fun to share.
Super fun.
Okay.
Kyle says, how long have you been doing PL?
4 years.
Nice.
So what started off as a goof has now turned into 7 brands and warehouses.
Serious goof.
What's that?
It's turned into a serious goof.
Yeah, right.
Perhaps this is not a beginner call as much, but as far as making sure your social media account is up to par, do you need a certain amount of followers, or are you just looking for consistency? What is the minimum threshold? I'm someone who posts a lot on social media at the moment. So I recommend 100% just starting a new TikTok if you don't already. You need to just post on TikTok for 30 days and you'll get approved. It doesn't matter how many followers you get. What I love about TikTok is they don't have that same barrier that YouTube has. Like YouTube doesn't let you go viral easily, especially on full length videos. They're a little bit more lenient on shorts, but TikTok, I had a video got 8 million views and it was just a goofy video of a llama doing like with the wind blowing on it. And that's the only platform that I've ever found that will actually reward you just purely based on the engagement. So if people watch it all the way through and then maybe watch it again and then comment and share it and like it, that tells them to push it. YouTube, I know YouTube has barriers like follower count where they'll favor bigger channels. And obviously bigger channels just get more views anyway because they have more people that see it because they're the followers and they get that initial boost. But do TikTok. It's the best for getting approved. It's the best for going viral. You could actually, honestly, there's a ton of potential just in getting, making money on TikTok just through the views. Like you can make quite a bit of money. I've been doing a lot of 808 flips as of late. I've unfortunately clicked the free Prime trial button, initiating a trial instantly for 30 days. Now locked into Prime anyway around this. So that is definitely a Chris question, but you should never do Amazon flips with a regular Prime account. You do want a business account. So don't buy flips if that's a personal Amazon Prime account that's connected to your regular buyer's account. But I am not the expert anymore, and I do not even play one on television. So I would say ask Chris, join the FBA Today Facebook group, the best place to get your stuff answered, and it is distraction free, none of the toxicity of traditional social media, just positivity, just straight up sellers helping each other, just a good community. It's smaller. FBA Today group's like 55,000 folks, but you just don't get this. You don't get the same amount of engagement. You don't get the same quality of engagement as you do on school. So definitely go join that. I'll share the link one more time. And while we're here, guys, it wouldn't be a YouTube video if I didn't remind you to do me a huge favor and like and subscribe, depending whichever channel you're seeing this on. Go ahead and give it a like, give it a sub. I am going live on my channel, Onto Resource, and Chris's channel. Chris's channel is hands down best Amazon FBA content anywhere. There's other people that maybe have more followers, do a little bit more, gimmicky stuff like sales screenshots. Chris is absolutely the GOAT in terms of straight, useful information. Just the best. So if you're not already following him and you sell on Amazon, do yourself a favor, subscribe, listen to his podcast while you're sourcing and prepping. It's a game changer. He gives away too much for free, quite frankly. Debbie is probably much better qualified to answer. She is definitely much more qualified. I think Ross just created a new non-Prime account. It's a buyer account, so no big deal to have more than one. Thank you, Debbie. Yes, that is a better answer. Debbie has gone through the OA challenge at several times, and she's taken the Amazon Flips challenge, so she is very qualified. Michelle says Chris keeps it real. He's the best. He's just the best. He is one of the most selfless guys I've ever met. I sent a link the other day. My son plays high school baseball, and I gave him some phone numbers, and he knew Chris. He had Chris's phone number, and he sent him. He said, "Hey, I'm raising money," which is like super embarrassing. I don't like that they make them do it. They had like a telemarketing thing where all the baseball players had to go and call people. And I look at Sawyer's account; he's crushing everybody. I'm like, oh man, I was glad. I was like, maybe he's got my sales skills. He's got some hustle in him. And then I look, he's only made 4 sales, but Chris gave him $1,000. I was like, dude, why would he's like, I didn't want him to lose. It's like now he thinks that's how it works. But he did learn the value of high ticket sales. Just curious, as I have 2 buying accounts already, this happened on both as it's too easy to click that button. Will a third be an issue? I know less is more when it comes to buying accounts for show. Please ask this in the school group. You'll get a lot of good answers, and you'll get an answer from Chris, which will be the correct answer for sure. I know it's just always best. The fewer accounts you have, the better. I had my Amazon Prime account shut down because of stuff I had shipped to other people. And just you realize how tedious they are about these things, and how just a little bit of an overlap with accounts will really put a hurting on you. The webinar replay is live. I'm putting it on the sales or on the the sales page here now for the credit card points. This is fun, Tom. I've had fun doing this. These are good questions.
Yeah, I liked it.
You guys have any other questions? We've still got plenty of time. I will have to bounce about 1 o'clock though. My Sawyer's got a doctor's appointment and I got to go home for the kids. For AIP just starting, what is the strategy to target videos? Just go for whatever is already in the house. Is it more valuable to go for items that do not have videos already? So I hate to tell people to spend money before they're making money. There's a great tool called Fluencer Fruit. And Sortio X was the one that I believe it was James or Kyle said they use. There are basic things like some videos just don't have, or some products just don't have video placement in the top carousel. Top carousel placement is ideal. Higher ticket items are obviously better. But it sounds like if you want to really get, I mean, if you get 1,000 videos up, you will make money. I can't make a guarantee of how much, but if you get 1,000 videos up, you will be making a good amount of money. So you can either go the approach of overthinking it and using a tool like Fluencer Fruit and analyzing everything you buy. I recommend you do that. Like when you're about to, every time I buy something new, like if I'm going to buy, let's say new deodorant, I'll go on Amazon and I'll check and see if there's like a deodorant that has a really high Fluencer Fruit score. And if it does, I'll buy that one and then review it. But in terms of like just getting a bunch of videos up, yeah, just if you review everything in your house, don't overdo the editing. I recommend using CapCut. I'm not sure what Tom uses. Tom, what do you use? Just
I don't, unless I'm reviewing a product for somebody that's really expensive, but I don't.
You're kind of a one-take guy, right?
I just want to do one take, and if you flub up, there's that amazing delete button. Delete
Yeah.
it, do it again instead of going through the CapCut process.
Yeah.
Don't overlook things in your house. Like I've gotten some amazing commissions off my pool pump or my pool filter or the switch box and stuff. So stuff like door handles, faucets, hinges. I mean, amazing that you can actually review this stuff and get paid.
Right.
So it's like a simple 45-second, a minute video review of your stuff. And what I will tell you, at least from my perspective, is that if you do 1,000 videos, you're going to find a new skill set, right? You're going to learn how to talk in front of a camera, review certain products, get away with the ums and the ahs and the awkward space, and figure out how to like roll with things.
Yeah. It's definitely something to not overthink, but if you just kind of have a basic set of rules for how you're doing it, like think about what you're going to say, because the whole point of these videos is to make sales. So if you can make sure that your video consistently answers the questions that are keeping people from buying, that will help kind of offset the fact that it's more competitive. There's more videos and more, if yours is the one that drives the sales, you'll make money. So one of the things that I do is I'll go and I'll check what people are asking, or I'll think what were my questions that kept me from buying, and I'll try to answer that, because that's really all of those videos are intended to do. Answer the questions that people have that are keeping them from buying. We don't want to just regurgitate what the original listing was, but just a regurgitation is better than nothing. But if you can consistently have in the mindset of what is going to actually sell this, honestly, of course, what kept me from buying it, what made me buy it, what did I think what was I worried was going to happen, and then what actually happened. Thinking like that, and then just keep the video short. Like a minute is fine. I use CapCut. I don't like to restart, so I'll flub up and then I'll just like clap my hands like that, and I'll see a big huge sound wave. when I'm editing, and then I just go to the sound wave and I cut it out. And I mean, you should get to the point where you can do multiple videos in 1 hour. I see a lot of people are like, man, it's taking me 2 or 3 hours to edit a video. I'm like, absolutely not worth it then. It's not for you if it takes you longer than, I mean, honestly, I want to say it should take 10 to 15 minutes max to edit a video. Unless you're trying to do it, unless it's like a creator connections video or something that has to be done really well, shoot it, publish it. Doesn't need to take forever.
I would chime in and tell you that what I do is I actually print something up, and I put it on I actually print up some of the highlights that I want to talk about, and I actually, here's my camera, and then behind my camera, I simply put an Amazon box and I tape it to it. So it acts as my teleprompter. So I'm looking at the camera and I'm reading or refreshing my notes in terms of what the brand's name is, et cetera. So I do that to make it easier, right? So therefore I can like actually record in one and be done with it. And then what I also think people do wrong is they record and then they go and upload it, and then they put a thumbnail in, and then they upload it into, so they go around in the circle. I like the batch process. So I'm going to record all my 5 videos, and then I'm going to upload them, and then I'm going to do, go find them. So I'm going to do it all in one, instead of going around and around in circle, doing one at a time, do it all together. I will also tell you that thumbnails matter. So thumbnails matter. So Amazon actually takes the middle of the video. So if you don't put in your own thumbnail, they take the middle of the video. So you may be sitting there with like a weird look on your face. So make sure that you do a thumbnail. I find it best to like show the product so that they can identify the product and a smiley face. Now I'm also seeing where someone's doing like a shampoo and the guy's got a bald head. So it's like almost like clickbaity a little bit. I'm seeing those. We have a lot of like, you got to figure down. There's more people in that space. So what's someone going to click on, right? They're going to click on someone who doesn't take time to actually do a thumbnail correctly. And I don't want the arrows and everything else in there. I don't want that. I just want you to think about an expression, or at least identifying the product, because how many times have we clicked on, we want to review Coke, and all of a sudden they get this Diet Coke, video. So I think clicking on showing the actual product, is actually helpful. So I'm seeing the product, a face, a person as the thumbnail. And I'm also seeing the funny, guy who's like got a shampoo bottle and pointing to his head. I mean, that's going to get clicks.
Right. You can't ask a suggestion for a website or course for diving into influencer program with no experience. I apologize profusely for like breaking the world record for self-promotion in one video. I did not intend to promote any of these things. I promise these were all asked organically. But yeah, we do have I created a program about a year ago with my good friend Liz Saunders, who is the founder of Fluencer Fruit. Very good group, weekly meetups. Actually, the next one starts in like 2 hours. There is a course in there that teaches you the basics of it. But again, I mean, there's a ton of free information. Really, the big value of our group is the community, and obviously the course is great. And then just being able to ask questions is super valuable. But yeah, if you're interested, that is something that we have on resource.com/AIP insiders. But again, I'm not trying to sit here and pitch everybody on everything I've ever created. I apologize.
I think the Amazon influencer program is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done in my entire life to actually make money. It's unbelievable that this is even available. Like, it's crazy. So
yeah. Well, especially I tell people too, like as someone who has spent a decade grinding for that organic traffic, and then not only the organic traffic, but then learning the skills of how to actually sell the product once they get there. So hard. But Amazon's letting people skip the middleman of the grind of building an audience, mastering how to get traffic, dealing with all of these crazy updates that are going on with Google, all this stuff that stinks. And they're just saying, hey, you make us a video. We understand that it boosts conversion rates probably 4% when someone watches a video. So if they watch your video, we're going to pay you 2 to 4%, whatever it is. And it's genius. And so you're literally you review a product that's getting 10,000 page views a day. You're getting a decent amount of organic free views with no barrier to entry. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. And also, if you are the type of person who doesn't do marketing because you're afraid of people being mean to you, which they are, the world is really mean. I promise you. The comments are brutal. It's not for everybody. But people can't comment. So they can't be like no one can tell me that I'm ugly on my videos, which is awesome because they tell me that in my YouTube videos. Someone told me I had small lips, and I was like, I had yet to know that that was a thing. But thank you. Now that's my insecurity.
Oh my God, I see I'm going to be focused on your lips now when I see you.
I know. I'm like, I had never thought about it, but thank you. I will think about that. But all you get is positive thumbs up, not even a dislike button, and you don't have to work for the traffic. It's beautiful. But let's be honest, sales have crushed the last month and a half, and I think part of it's because of the new carousel changes. But
yeah, I think they're doing something too with the actual. They're going to give you ratings now, so based upon your reviews and how much you're doing in Creator Connections, they're actually giving you different levels like platinum, gold, silver.
Yeah, as it should have been from the beginning.
Yeah, I think they're going to roll that out and give the platinum and the gold people like a better placement in the videos. I think that's where they're going with this.
Are you platinum?
Yes, sir.
I'm gold.
Yeah,
I feel like such a peasant.
Yeah, but I just think it's just more videos and more Creator Connections and reaching out to them. I can actually share with you guys we go into Creator Connections and I send pretty much a standard email. Like, my name is Tom, my wife and I, Lisa, we have 1,700 and whatever videos. We'd like to collaborate with you. If you want to send us, a free product in exchange for an amazing converting video, here's a link to our storefront, and here's a link to our landing page, and here's our social media handle. And for the most part, I mean, we have a pretty good success rate with it. So, I mean, I'm thinking that, probably, I don't know, 70% of the people respond and they send us free products. So I have those brown boxes in front of my house almost like every day. So we're actually having to slow it up a little bit because we want to review higher end products. And then of course, with Lisa is doing her Fiverr gig and everything else. But if you can reach out to them and give them some proof and some social proof, I think that really helps.
Yeah. Guys, I am so sorry, but I just got a text from my wife that I was supposed to be at the house at 1, not 1:15. So I do have to bounce. This was awesome. Miss Chris, he is safe. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe if you're on my channel, Chris's channel, or on Facebook. And again, go check out our free FBA Today group. And if you want to work more with Tom, we have our credit card points challenge. There's a live 5-day challenge. We'll teach you how. We didn't say a word about credit cards.
Bobber. Yeah, next time.
Next time. But yeah, if you're interested in that, Tom, believe it or not, Tom actually knows more about credit cards than any of this other stuff. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I promise next week we'll be back to the regularly scheduled program with the host and expert, Chris Grant. Tom, thank you so much for stepping in today.
Yeah, take care. Be well. Be safe. Yep.
See you guys.